Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a Social Sports Pad podcast.
Let's go!
All right, I am your host, Ricky. As you heard, that is Cobra, as always. And with us, as always, is Ben. No guests, no frills, no spills this week. It is all prediction, all bold. And this is Cobra's birthday prediction weekend. So, Cobra, you will take care of the first predictions. And trust me, I know for your birthday, the bolder, the better. So it'll be Cobra, then. Anyone who is new to the podcast, here's how we do things on our prediction episodes. Basically, I will give the game and the spread, and then these guys will go ahead and give me their prediction on the results, and then give me a bold prediction. The bold prediction brought to you by the wonderful people at Bulletproof Coffee. And, we'll do little things different because we did miss our Tuesday episode. So we will do our Holla at your boy after we get all of our predictions taken care of. So, on that note, we are going to a very weird treat this week as the Dallas Cowboys play at 1 o'clock in Dallas.
Do you really call it a treat, Ricky? It's the Cowboys.
I mean, it just means that we don't get to hear them at 4 o'clock.
Thank God.
That's a treat.
Okay. You just get to hear them boys a little earlier.
I mean, hey, we'll watch a different game. There are a lot more games that are going on there. The Dallas Cowboys host the Los Angeles Rams. The Rams kind of are a little bit hurt in their running attack, and the Dallas Cowboys, well, they just suck. The Cowboys, though, however, because they are playing in Dallas and because of the injuries in Los Angeles, the Cowboys are favored by 6.5. So, Cobra, go ahead and take it away. What do you think is going to happen in this game?
I'm going to start bold. It's going to be the LA Rams winning because of 5 total offensive turnovers by the Dallas Cowboy offense.
Wow.
Starting off bold for you, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. Wonderful. Happy birthday.
Ben,
what you got?
I mean, I love those fresh turnovers you're talking about. Is that Dak throwing all 5 interceptions or what?
No, it's 3 interceptions, 2 fumbles.
I mean, hey, no matter how you slice it, it's just like
5
cake.
Total turnovers.
It's just like a birthday cake. No matter how you slice it, as long as you get it done, and the birthday boy gets the biggest piece.
Let's make the birthday boy even happier. Let's go with the Rams with the upset as well. That's also going to be my bold. It's going to be the Rams beating the Cowboys. Hot, fresh turnovers. Ding, pies are done. Ding, pies are done.
All right. So, for me, unfortunately, I'm going to say, the Cowboys are going to win. They're not going to cover that spread, though. All right. They're not covering that spread. With the way that offense is right now, Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, it is an absolute treat to watch them play. It's almost like if they can air it out a little bit more, it'd be another greatest show on turf. So
now they just need a quarterback.
Well, Matt Stafford, he's a good quarterback. He just plays hurt a lot.
Plays hurt a lot, and he's.
And
I mean, look at the Jets at the beginning of the year. Aaron Rodgers was showing up. Oh my God, Super Bowl City, and now that lasted 4 plays. But yes. So my
you can't help you got Fitception.
Hey, but my bold prediction for this game is going to be on the Rams side. Well, actually, no. It's going to be an interesting one. Matt Stafford and Dak Prescott will both throw for over 450 yards.
Woo! That's a lot.
Again, bold.
Yeah, but there's a difference between bold and smoke weed every day.
Hey, Tyler's not here for the drug test. Somebody's got to take his place on that.
Yeah.
All right.
Then again, weed is going to be legal next year in Delaware. So, all right.
It is legal, isn't it?
it's gonna be legal a lot of places. You know,
Yep.
they
They can't.
but we are a sports podcast. We're not a political podcast. Thank you very much.
Facts.
So I mean, to be fair, talking politics might be more exciting than this game that's coming up on our slate. It's the Green Bay Packers hosting the Minnesota Vikings. Both teams are playing like they don't want to play football right now. I mean, yes, the Minnesota Vikings did pull the upset out on Monday night against the 49ers,
Prime
but
time
the
who?
Green Bay Packers are just what?
Prime time who?
Primetime Kirk
Keychain.
Cousins. He
James
actually
Cousins.
showed up. He
A
didn't.
rare as finding Articuno, Moltres, and Zapdos in the first gen of Pokemon.
Oh man, you were there, man. I was gonna say it's more rare than the groundhog not seeing his shadow anymore.
Did not see that coming.
Gotta have 2 Chains Cousins back out. Okay.
All right.
All right, so let's go, boys. What do you say, Cobra?
Well, I'm definitely going to say this. This is probably the game where I disagree with you that politics. But I am going with the Green Bay Packers.
I mean, yes, this is a toss-up game. Green Bay is favored by a half a point. So
this is a game where it's like, yeah, anyone can win. Who cares?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not giving a bold prediction because this game just stinks like cheese, man.
Oh, all right. It is. It's definitely Parmesan. Yeah,
no, it's not Parmesan. No.
It's mustard.
Yeah, it's mustard.
It's no Gouda.
It's no good. It's no good.
All right. So Ben, what do you say?
What do I say? Let's give it to Kirk 2 Chains Cousins because they're going to pull out the victory. Let's go all aboard the Vikings train.
No, there is no all aboard Vikings train, man. There is no skull chance. Their damn sure is no. The only thing that's going to be gone is all the vodka bottles in Minnesota. So understand that.
All right. Yep. Ben, bold prediction.
Bold prediction. Kirk Cousins, no interceptions, 3 touchdowns, 350 in the air.
Okay. All right. So in this matchup between Aaron Rodgers' past and Aaron Rodgers' future, I am going to go with the Minnesota Vikings here over the Green Bay Packers.
And I know he's not here or listening, but to our friend over at the parking lot Discord server, Tanner, you just can't escape it. It is your destiny.
Okay, but so I'm not gonna lie, I definitely would be shocked to see if Aaron Rodgers was in attendance. I just say, but either way, my bold prediction is that Kirk Cousins, yes, is going to throw for 4 touchdowns. He's going to throw 2 to Addison, 1 to Hawkinson, and 1 to KJ Osborne. Yes, everybody getting a little piece of that action. Oh man, so yeah, I see why they put Dallas at 1:00 because some of these games at 1:00 are definitely kind of boring. This one's gonna be very interesting to say the least. As we go down to Tennessee, as the Dirty Birds of Atlanta, the Falcons, they go ahead and visit the Tennessee Titans. The Falcons are slated to have a 2.5 point advantage, but that's if I don't know if they count Robinson going to be playing tomorrow. So Cobra, what do you say?
I can definitely tell you that the Falcons are absolutely uninspired because the Titans are going to win this one. Okay. That is a bold prediction, to be fair, considering how absolutely,
that's not really bold. 2.5.
But even so, consider this fact: Titans don't have a quarterback. All they have is Derrick Henry, who is probably on his way out.
I mean, yeah. The trade deadline is coming up.
The trade deadline is coming back, so he might be headed onto a Mayflower truck to Baltimore.
Ooh, that's a bold prediction of Henry to Baltimore. But I mean. that is something we could also talk about.
But this is, since that segues into my bold prediction, is that Derrick Henry is going to go out in a blaze of glory, swan song for over 150 yards, 4 touchdowns.
Woo-wee.
Give that man a drug test.
Give that man a drug test. Hey, it's his birthday. We'll let him slide on that one. All right, Ben. What do you say about this game?
Look, I see the Falcons winning this. I do not see the Titans winning. Titans, they're not the same Titans anymore. They have lost a step clearly. And don't they have their rookie quarterback starting?
The only thing I've heard is that Tannehill's actually out. I've not heard whether it's Willis or Levis.
It might be the mayonnaise. It might be Levis. Mayonnaise in his coffee. Levis.
It's Levis. The last I heard.
Yeah. Mayonnaise in his coffee. Levis. I will say this: the Titans window has closed shut. I will admit that their window was 2 years ago. Yeah. That was their window when Josh Gordon was absolutely sent to the shadow realm by King Henry. That was their window.
Okay, so that up right now, kind of seeing.
And I'm trying to kill time, while you're looking this up. But yeah, I'm with you. It's I understand that the Titans, their window has closed. They need to start. I think that's why a lot of Titans fans, that includes friends of the channel, Billy and Kevin, have stated that it's time to trade Henry. Let's get some assets. Let's rebuild because this. Yeah, they can get some picks, to help start the rebuild. You just need to start the rebuild. That's all you can do.
Okay, so basically they have not named a starter for tomorrow's game. They just said that both will play, so that kind of for me leans that Levis is going to start. And they're going to put.
I think it'd be Willis start. If that's the case, Willis has a year of experience. They're going to do that.
I was going to say. This is like you kind of run a Wildcat style. You basically kind of use Willis like New Orleans is. Taysom Hill. Yeah, that would do at least something for that offense. A little bit of difference. So for me, I see the Falcons winning. Only because of that quarterback situation. If Tannehill was starting then and able to play, then yeah, I'd go with the Titans winning.
That's my view on it too. It was quarterback.
A reminder that so far Atlanta's best weapon has been the legend Young Wei Koo.
Yeah, I mean,
he's a legend.
I mean, my bold prediction is that this is going to be old time football. Just smash mouth football. Almost want to say Algier. Algier, Bijan, and Derrick Henry, all 3 running backs have over 100 yards all-purpose.
All right.
That's...
So, who is next on that list, Ricky?
All right. Now, Ben, you did give me a bold, right?
No, I don't really think it's the bold for this game, really, to be honest.
Yeah, he pulled an audible and said, "Hey, I don't think there's going to be a bold this game."
Okay, just like you did. All right, and this one's kind of.
This one's interesting, but I think it's more.
Maybe. We'll see.
As the Nolan Saints go against the Indianapolis Colts.
The spread is the Colts are favored by 1.5.
And I will say this, not trying to jump the gun, brother, but I am taking that action as the Indianapolis Colts beat the Saints because of Minshew Mania.
Yeah, what you gonna do, brother?
Gardner Minshew throws for over 250 yards and has a 5-touchdown game against the Saints offense.
Well,
I guess Saints defense. Sorry.
yeah, I was about to say.
I
if you're-
flubbed a little bit. It happens.
Derek. Derek Carr is definitely captain check down.
Because Derek Vehicle has nothing. He has a Pontiac Fiero rotting in the sun. That is what Derrick Henry is.
But Derek Carr, not Derrick Henry.
Derek Carr's. Damn it! What the
Derek
fuck is
Carr
wrong
has
with me today?
You are definitely in birthday mode. You're like, yo, hey, let's shots, let's do it.
It's too early for that shit, though.
It's never too early. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
All right, Ben.
Ben, what you got? Give me that ball, baby.
My bold. I do not see no Minshew mania no more. That is gone. That is faded into the sunset.
What are you saying? It's time for Alvin Shinsuke Nakamura?
Alvin Kamara. Yeah, I mean,
Alvin Kamara is yesterday's news. He's old news. He's not as good as he once was. He's clearly lost.
Well, I mean, court dates will do that to you. Oh!
Yeah, I mean, that would hurt. That does hurt. He got suspended a little bit. He lost some games. Yeah, I mean, it does.
I mean, he's not the rushing dynamo. But then again, that's not the Saints' MO anymore either.
Yeah,
like Kamara is doing everything, as a receiving back out of the backfield now, and as you can see,
they used to have two running backs back there. They complement each other.
but as you see from the Jacksonville game, like he's really gonna do is kind of check it down the Kamara. That's hurting. It's hurting Olave. I mean, it's keeping Michael Thomas healthy. So yeah, definitely give a round of applause to Michael Thomas's health. Like he hasn't injured.
But still, fuck you, Jim Irsay.
The problem is that Saints.
That he stored another cocaine pouch, and that he had in his office, allegedly.
Honestly, I feel like the Saints wide receiver core is overrated. I don't think they're as good as everybody.
Well, I mean, Olave did get arrested for being an idiot.
I mean, I watched that Saints game last week. I watched a little bit of it. Olave doesn't look like he's trying.
He also just got arrested this week too.
But then again, I mean, I'm also gonna say this: when your quarterback is Derek Carr,
and also you're putting. Are they using Taysom Hill at quarterback too? Yeah, they're also messing up the rhythm. You don't mess up Derek Carr
because they don't have anything.
I mean, it's just like
they don't have an offense.
Yeah, the rhythm is definitely busted in the Saints. So you're still taking the Saints, or are you talking yourself into the Colts?
I'm saying the Saints are still going to win. They're going to cover the spread. But my bold is the leading passer is going to be Taysom Hill.
All right. So, I'm going with the Colts here. They Jonathan Taylor more into the offense, and Jonathan Taylor has kind of gotten a little bit to more of that form that he had a couple of years ago. Zach Moss is a little bit banged up, and Minshew's actually getting something out of that receiving core, in Indianapolis. And the Saints are just kind of middling right now. It is definitely a check down team. So it's going to be a big game out of Alvin Kamara, and that is basically it for the Saints offense.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of offense, a middling offense to a dynamic offense, as we see the Miami Dolphins hosting the Patriots, coming off of a shock special against the Buffalo Bills. But Miami is still favored by 9.5 points. Cobra, what say you?
To be fair, the New England game against Buffalo Bills wasn't a shock special if you saw Buffalo play the past few weeks.
Fair.
To be fair, the media likes to say it's a shock special because of expectations on the Bills.
Well, I was going to say shock special only because record. Usually
Right.
a 1-5 team is going to go.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I will say that this is going to be a game for Miami that they just absolutely decimate Bill Belichick.
With good reason.
With very good reason. So, yeah. I think the Dolphins absolutely cover the spread. And whole prediction is the Patriots get shut out.
Ooh, really nice. Ben, what say you?
All right. So the Dolphins are a disguised football team. Are they real? Or are they not real?
Are they real or just fantasy?
They beat the really bad teams by a lot of points. But then when they played the Eagles last week, they had help by a lot of referees. So, are they bad? No, I don't think they're bad. So I'm going to go with the Dolphins covering the spread. Bill Belichick is going to get his ass whooped again. He's going to look like his asshole was ripped out and his heart was buried deep below the surface. He's just going to have no emotion. And Tua is going to throw for 450 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay.
What is what?
No, this is like I was playing with a thing there because that's more interesting than the New England Patriots. I mean, yes, they might have beat Buffalo, but they beat a hurt Buffalo.
Yeah.
So Miami is going to just crush the Patriots. I mean, it's not even worth watching. This game will be changed over by halftime to a game that's a little bit more competitive. Okay. But bold prediction. Raheem Mostert will run for 3 touchdowns and 200 yards on the ground.
Thank you, because I need that because Raheem Mostert's on my fantasy football team.
I mean, Raheem Mostert's. So there we are. Now we're going from an absolute wonderful offensive showing. Oh no! He's not playing.
It's the Giants. They're the sentient derp of the NFL. It's not Daniel Jones who's the derp. It's the New York Giants. They are just a sentient derp themselves.
All right, but yeah,
Eli Manning's just a derp and a half. Same with Daniel Jones. But still, it's the Jets versus Giants, the Battle of New Jersey.
The Battle of New Jersey, the Battle of the Meadowlands. Basically, everybody's just like, okay, this is weird. Why is your stuff in my locker? Yeah.
Wait, Xerxes, you're not supposed to be in here. This is the Giants' territory.
Yep. So anyway, we have the Jets favored by 3.5 at their home, but yet they're the away team. Yeah. So basically, these teams, both that call this stadium home, the Giants are given the home nod, and the Jets are given the away nod. But the Jets are favored by 3.5. So, Cobra, what?
Well, I see. I hear klaxons and alarm bells in the distance, and unfortunately, that is not the derp alarm. Upset alert! I am saying the Giants upset Xerxes and the Jets because bold prediction: Tyrod Taylor shows the Jets why he still owns them like he did in Buffalo.
Oof. All right, Ben.
300 yards, by the way. 3 touchdowns.
All right, so we're going to take the Jets and we're going to crash land you into Roger Goodell's living room because you need to have a drug test, sir.
Ooh.
Not if it hits this tower.
Bro.
So the Giants you're gonna come
He
crashing back
laughed.
down to earth.
He laughed.
After they done
He laughed.
the commies.
Stop looking at me like that.
I mean, I could have went worse than that, but hey. But look for the Giants to come crashing back down, just like the Twin Towers. The Jets are gonna
I'm
demolish
done
the
with
Giants.
both. I'm done with both of you. Season's over. I just no. Just that. Yep.
Zach Wilson's going after the game. Zach Wilson's going to take one of the others home, and he's going to have fun.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I could see Ricky's steam coming out of his head. He's like, I hate you both. I hate you both. We're gonna get canceled before we even get started.
Yeah, pretty much. I hate you both. Absolutely, I hate you both.
It's all because I started that shit.
Yeah, I hate you both. Absolutely, I hate you both. Back to the sports. God damn you. Damn you all to hell. All right. But no, I'm going with the Jets winning on this one. It's gonna be them running all over the Giants, feeding both Brees Hall and getting a little bit out of Dalvin Cook before they have never really tried to trade him.
Watch, he goes back to the Vikings.
Probably. But no, like Dalvin Cook is displeased with his role in the offense in the Jets. I'm sorry, you knew this was coming. You know when
It's the Jets. All you have to do
signed with the Jets.
I mean, all you had to do was phone Le'Veon Bell and realize what situation you were walking into. Then again, Le'Veon Bell was a system running back anyway. He was only going to thrive one area.
I mean,
So
after.
It'd be better.
Well, I was going to say, after we get done with all these games, we'll kind of do the prediction of like some of these guys. Are they going or are they getting traded? Because the trade deadline is on Halloween.
Yes.
So we're 3 days away from trade deadline.
Yeah.
So a lot of these teams will probably workhorse these guys to kind of be like, hey, let's use these as a a trade chip for something that we might need. Which I don't know. Something that possibly could be needed in the Jets is a quarterback, as like a team that probably has a decent backup quarterback that needs a running back might make that trade. Cleveland. What?
No, Ricky. Dalvin Cook goes to Minnesota because the Jets will trade for Kirk Cousins.
And then they'll package Aaron Rodgers with it.
They can send Brissett from Washington and get Cook.
No, there's a lot of people who want Brissett starting on the commies.
We will.
But we will get to that.
We will get to that later on, gentlemen. But yes, definitely the Jets will win on the ground. And actually, fun fact, one of the trade targets I definitely see that might go after Dalvin Cook is the team hosting. The Pittsburgh Steelers is hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jaguars are favored by 2.5 over the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, Cobra, what do you say? Is it going to be Injurdown or Saxonville?
Well, by the way, don't confuse the intro, but this week on Days of Our Steelers, the Saxonville Abbey will go into the home of the Black and Gold Brigade and absolutely shut them out. The release of Matt Canada being fired already instead of relying on the Stiller way. And Mike Tomlin will still call the fans fat. And the fans don't give a shit what Mike Tomlin says, and they want him gone too. All this and more on another episode of Days of Our Steelers.
You know, I'm totally pissed at you for doing it that way.
Tree's heard my impression of him.
But still.
He's heard it. He's heard it, and he's busted out laughing.
All right, well, anyway. So, give me a bold.
I told you to bold. Jacksonville's going to shut out the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention because you were mentioning the fucking Steelers.
But it's going to be the Jacksonville Jaguars shutting out the Pittsburgh Steelers because the Steelers can't do anything. Matt Canada's a shit coordinator. Mike Tomlin is shit as a coach. So yeah, it's Jacksonville.
All right, Ben, what do you say?
Jacksonville is going to win. They're going to beat the Steelers.
Yeah. That was Ben sucking on Trevor Lawrence's dick like a remora.
Oh. I mean, his bold is probably Trevor Lawrence going for 350 and 4 touchdowns. He's like,
how you guys know me?
He's like,
he's attracted to the long blonde hair.
It's like not this way. She's 337.
Yeah.
And 3 touchdowns through the air.
I mean,
touchdown on the ground.
It's almost like he invited him to his house and pulled a Dwight Howard. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Oh, bro. Anyway. So, yeah, Ben, what is your actual bold instead of us speculating your bold?
It's going to have 135 yards and 3 touchdowns.
ETN.
UTM.
Yes.
I mean, almost like another Jacksonville running back against Pittsburgh. Leonard Fournette.
Ooh.
Who will probably find a job this upcoming week.
I believe so. Yeah. Considering.
All right. So I'm taking the Jags. And basically I am going to say that Calvin Ridley goes for 150 and 2 scores. I will put money on that. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to take a year suspension for it, but
Oh no, you're not going to spin the wheel of discipline. And we need. This is Ben. If you can find us a sponsor for a VPN, so we can use them for a Calvin Ridley joke.
All right, so
I'm on a roll today. It's my goddamn birthday. Let's go.
All right. So the Commies and the Eagles. The Eagles coming off of a dismantling of the Miami Dolphins versus the Commanders, who I don't know, what did they do against the Giants?
Absolutely nothing.
There you go. The Eagles are favored by 6.5. And now I'm wondering, is that what they think the spread is, or how many times they're going to use the brotherly shove
before the NFL decides to ban that?
Dude, seriously, it's just a quarterback sneak. They just give him a little push at the end.
Yeah, but still, the NFL will find a way. This is the no fun league we're talking about here.
I mean, again, like I said, just change the formation on it.
Yeah.
Basically, make it the eye instead of basically making it look like a kneel down.
Yeah, exactly. I'm with you on that.
But still.
Anyway, as much this is for me, I'm going to say this openly, as this is going to be a second verse, same as the first. Now put them on a plane so I can put them in a hearse. As the Eagles beat the Commies.
Okay. Now is it going to go into overtime like last time?
Oh fuck no. That's why it's even though second verse same as the first, I only mean that as a loss. Basically, the Eagles are going to decimate the Commanders at that shitty-ass stadium known as FedEx Field. A stadium I've been to, thank you, so I know it's shitty. But, yeah, it's going to be Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts going for 250 yards passing, 100 yards rushing, 5 total touchdowns.
Woo. Ben, how bad are the Commanders going to lose on Sunday?
How much booze are you going to drink?
So, I'm going to say the Eagles are going to win by 20.
Eagles up by 20. All right.
Washington is going to get this.
Yep.
Jalen Hurts is going to throw for 450 yards. Julio Jones is going to have 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's my goal.
The bold is the return of Julio Jones.
All right.
And it's probably the Julio Jones game of the season.
Well,
probably game of the season. This is my prediction.
So, with this game, I see it being 50 burger dropped on the Commanders.
Yeah.
But I do see basically touchdowns for like everybody. Fonta Smith, Dallas Goddard, AJ Brown, Terry McLaurin, Brian Robinson. Everybody is getting touchdowns in this game. It is going to be an offensive show. Even the Eagles defense is going to get a touchdown.
Well, of course, because Sam Howell isn't a good quarterback.
He isn't a protected quarterback. You can definitely tell that Sam Howell is not the team or is not the quarterback that the Commanders are building around.
The team was built for Dwayne Haskins, the late Dwayne Haskins. If we're being realistic, that team was supposed to be built for Dwayne Haskins until he pissed it away.
Okay, that's here nor there. But okay, then we get the Battle of the Rookies as Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers host C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans. The Texans are favored by 3.5. Will Carolina win? Cobra? I think Cobra's broken.
He's broken.
Carolina wins. Fuck. Carolina, that is a bold prediction. Carolina wins.
Oh, Carolina pulls the upset special. All right.
Yep. I was trying to make the broken impressions like, oh, Cobra's broken.
All right, Ben, what do you see?
I'm going to drive down to Charlotte, North Carolina and buy me a $22 ticket and watch the Texans cut the Panthers up like Swiss cheese as they are. Texans are going to beat the Panthers. I don't see the Panthers winning.
So you're saying the Texans are gonna have oven roasted panther carved up on a silver plate?
Not oven roasted, bro. We're gonna go with the slow cooker and we're gonna go into the. We're gonna smoke that.
They getting spit roasted.
That's a little. Although in all honesty, it's not that type of spit roasting. It's not 4 guys, 1 girl. Yeah. We're not on the black couch.
All right. But now,
Bryce Young is gonna go for 300 yards.
Okay. So I say the Texans win. My bold prediction is Nico Collins gets 200 yards and 3 touchdowns. He has himself a Julio day. All right, that's it for the 1 o'clock games. We go into the 4 o'clock games as the Seattle Seahawks host the Cleveland Browns.
But before we do, I believe we mentioned that it was my birthday. So speaking of my birthday, it's time to go to Fanatics.com for our affiliate sponsor for today. Yeah. World Series is happening, guys. Get yourself some D-backs or Rangers apparel. The NHL season is upon us. Tage Thompson is looking appealing right now. The NBA is going. Get yourself a Joel Embiid jersey to wipe your tears on as you watch the Sixers choke it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and basically, always use our affiliate link to go there. And use their code to save you some money because we are getting ready. Halloween is coming up this week. That just means that the holidays are here and Christmas is right around the corner.
As a certain internet reviewer would call it, it is the holiday clusterfuck. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, all in one lump.
Yep.
So get your favorite kid or your significant other something to celebrate the season. Once again, that is Fanatics.com. Link is in our Spotify link down below.
Yes, get your Swifty Travis Kelce jersey.
All right. So as we were saying, it is the Cleveland Brownstains versus the Seattle Seahawks, and I am picking the Seattle Seahawks over the Cleveland Browns.
All right.
A bold prediction is Geno Smith's going to throw for over 250 yards, but that Seattle defense is going to show up, have 3 total turnovers.
I mean, hey, it's PJ Walker. But Ben.
All right. I'm going to ride that PJ Walker train until the wheels fall off. He was throwing dimes last week, baby.
Do you think the Browns move away from Deshaun Cosby? What do you think about that?
Like, not gonna lie, that would definitely be an interesting course. I mean, trade him away to a team that possibly needs a quarterback.
Jets.
Yep, the Jets for Dalvin Cook.
Jets.
Do they need another famous women respecter in New York? I mean, they already have Lawrence Taylor.
Whoa!
You can have more.
Wow. I'm done with you, man. Even if it's your birthday, don't fuck yourself on that one. Wow. All right. So yeah. So yeah, Ben.
Zach Wilson.
All right. So yeah, Ben. Did you give me a bold? Because definitely Cobra just like, what the fuck, man.
PJ Walker is going to throw dime after dime after dime. 350 yards, 4 touchdowns. They're going to beat the spread. They're going to beat the Seahawks by 10. Fuck you, Pete Carroll.
He's going to be dime bag Walker. Okay, got you.
Just as long as he isn't dime bag Darrell.
Oh, God damn, man. You are.
I am just a savage today.
Well, I mean, after the games of today, I mean, Russell Wilson might pull a Kurt Cobain.
Hey, Ben,
look,
wait, hey, yo,
Ben,
reel that shit the fuck back.
Yeah, facts.
Reel the back.
Even I'm like, as silly as I am, dude, reel that.
Yeah, seriously, the only shotguns we're talking about on this podcast is the shotgun formation. Thank you very much.
Yep, and how bad the Broncos will be in it because it is the Chiefs versus the Broncos.
Yep.
And let's just say this openly: this is going to be a decimation by the Kansas City Chiefs.
I don't know, man. Like what they did on Thursday night a couple weeks ago, like that was the almost at the Jets, but the Broncos playing kind of inspired football. Some of these guys are playing for, to be.
I understand, the Grossi Pernoble, you're loving that, but that is, the Packers and the Broncos are two of the most mediocre teams in the NFL right now, and I can't trust the Broncos at all. I'm going with the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean the Chiefs are favored by 7.5. So
I don't think they cover the spread.
Okay.
But I will say the Chiefs win, but they won't cover the spread because both offenses won't be able to get going. This is going to be a low scoring game.
All right, Cobra's taking the under on this. So Ben, what are you saying?
I'm going to say the Chiefs and Taylor Swift are going to beat the Broncos after the game. The Broncos are going to call the Jets, and they're going to fly Russell Wilson out to motherland, to the New Jersey, and they're going to have him play John Denver all the way there.
Oh man. I'm going to actually say this.
He is going upset special and saying the Broncos.
I am going with the upset special. I'm actually going to say that the Broncos win this. Again, I think the Broncos are going to play some inspired football because some of them won out.
And as Ricky says that, I just found a bag of weeds sent to him by the Denver Broncos. Colorado's finest. Colorado's finest kush.
It's already. But
where the hell were you hiding it, Ricky? I mean,
happy birthday. But no. Anyway, the reason why I'm going with the Broncos on this is there's going to be some inspired football played for them to actually get value. Like, hey, if we play good here, more than likely we get traded away. So I see a big game out of Jerry Jeudy as he gets sent to a place that needs a wide receiver. Yeah, a nice, good quality wide receiver. As my prediction for that will be Jerry Jeudy getting traded to the Dallas Cowboys for Brandon Cooks and a third-round pick.
No, I'm going to shock you. Jerry Jeudy to the Bills.
I wouldn't go with that.
For Gabe Davis?
Again, wouldn't go with that. All right. So, anyway, the Baltimore Ravens versus the Arizona Cardinals. Kind of an matchup. The Ravens coming off of whooping that Detroit Lion ass. They have a spread of, they're favored by 8.5 points. Cobra, what do you say about this game?
This is the Ravens game to win, but the spread will not be covered.
Okay.
However, I will say bold prediction is this is going to be a huge ground game for the Baltimore Ravens, especially from the running back disguised as a quarterback, Lamar Jackson, as he courts Derrick Henry, saying, "Hey, this line could do it for me. It could do it for you."
Okay. All right. Ben, what do you say?
I definitely look for the Ravens to win. However, look for the Ravens of old to show back up. That Lions game was a fluke. Their offense is going to come back down, and Justin Tucker again is going to get 6 field goals to beat the Cardinals.
Nice.
And, for some people, that definitely works. For me, I kind of, I will say that will basically, keep the game closer than Baltimore has. I see a big game from Hollywood Brown. I see kind of a lackluster game out of Lamar Jackson. Basically, for me, the Ravens have just been inconsistent. Oh yeah, they did really great against the Titans. Well, the Titans also were hurt. They did really great against the Lions. That was their defense. Like, the defense was all on Jared Goff.
Which is kind of why I said this is why I say the Ravens are courting Derrick Henry.
But yeah, so I'm saying, like, with this, I'm not sure if Kyler Murray is back, but
it's past 6 games.
Yeah, so we'll definitely see, what's going on with that. Yeah, so he might actually show up and he might play, so there we have that. But again, definitely see the Ravens not being good Ravens. They're going to be bad Ravens.
Quote the Raven nevermore.
Yep.
All right. And so now we head into the home of Blue Jeans. It's Levi's Stadium with the San Francisco 49ers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The battle of the 80s Super Bowl.
All right.
When I say about the 49ers 80 Super Bowl wins.
Yeah, I was going to say, Cincinnati winning a Super Bowl, that's kind of, seriously, you might, you get in my, Denver Kush. But the 49ers are favored by 5.5. The 49ers are without Deebo Samuel, which, not going to lie, that injury has shown that the 49ers are definitely not the same team without Deebo. So, Cobra, what do you say?
San Francisco wins, definitely covers the spread because of one person and one person only, and that is CMC.
All right.
Christian McCaffrey is going to have 250 all-purpose yards.
It's going to be a holla at your boy?
Going to be a holla at your boy player for the next.
All right, Ben, what do you think?
Do we know for sure that Purdy's going to play?
Purdy said, Harbaugh said that Purdy is.
He said Harbaugh.
Yeah.
It's not Harbaugh.
Oh, it's not
Shanahan.
Harbaugh.
It's Shanahan.
Oh, well, whatever.
Yeah. It's Kyle Shanahan, not Harbaugh. Dude.
It's the same guy, pretty much.
Not really.
Yeah, just one's a hothead and one's not.
No, one's a hothead and one is more famous for 28-3.
Yeah.
Definitely see the 49ers winning if Purdy's playing. Yeah, CMC's probably going to carve up the Bengals. I see Burrow is going to throw 3 interceptions, only 125 yards.
Well, I'm gonna make this my money game of the week. This is gonna be the game that I put money on. That's gonna make me some money. I'm going with the Bengals. They might even win this game. The 49ers have definitely not been a good, strong team without Debo Samuel. Their struggles are going to continue. Ayuk is not playing like Ayuk. It's just very, very sloppy, very, very. Cincinnati gets it together. Cincinnati gets themselves a win, goes to 4-3, dropping the 49ers to 5-3. And finally, two very, very mid games to end out our week. As the Los Angeles Chargers host the Chicago Bears on Sunday Night Football, and the Lions host the Las Vegas Raiders on Monday Night Football. We're kind of gonna I'm kind of gonna lump them all together because really, is there anything good to say about either?
So if you're gonna lump them together, then I might as well make my prediction. The NFC North wins this one. The Bears and the Lions.
All right.
And you want to hear a bold prediction?
Yeah.
Staley gets judges. McDaniels gets fired from the Raiders.
Okay.
Both coaches get their pink slips and told to fuck off. Fuck you, Spanos, and fuck you, Mark Davis.
So, yep, the Chargers are favored to win by 8.5. The Lions are favored to win by 8.5. Cobra's just like, yeah, the Bears and the Lions, and both losing coaches lose not only the game but their jobs. Ben, let's go ahead with that. What say you?
Forgive him. He is taking his medication. Forgive him a minute.
Yep. All right.
We just heard that.
so I'll just jump. I see the Chargers winning. Again, it's not going to be like last week. The Bears, yes, they're going to lean on that ground game. So it's not going to be as high scoring as it could be.
Mm-hmm.
But I do see the Chargers winning. They probably will cover the spread. Just because they're a better defense than the Raiders. The Lions will rebound and they will beat the Raiders. Even with Jimmy Garoppolo playing, coming back off of his back injury, I do see like Devontae Adams and Jacoby Myers both scoring a touchdown. So good thing for those people with their fantasy teams. But yeah, I definitely see a big game for Jared Goff and the sun god Amon Ra.
All right. So,
all right, you back, Ben?
Yeah.
And we cannot hear you for shit for dick, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, it sounds like you're talking to us from Detroit.
Well, I mean, Detroit is.
Still, we cannot hear you.
Yep, he's dialing up long distance.
Sorry, I was putting my belt on. So, my bad.
Belt. Belt. That's what we're calling it. No. That wasn't a belt, man. If you were belting something, you were ripping something. Which, by the way, pass that shit down here.
Did we already bypass the Chargers?
We lumped them together. All right, because both these games were so damn uninspired.
Yes, definitely the Lions are going to win, and I think the Chargers are going to beat the Bears.
All right.
So basically, as we mentioned a few times before, The trade deadline is on Saturday.
Yep.
All right. This would be a wonderful time. This would have also been a wonderful place to plug Fanatics.
Yes.
Basically, get yourself some new jerseys of these new stars getting
Before
there.
they go.
Yep. So Dalvin Cook, basically said that he is unhappy in his role in New York. That they're not showcasing me. I'm not able to showcase my full potential. As you guys have always seen that I've been able to do. I'm not doing anything. So do you see him getting traded? Yes or no? Cobra, Ben?
Yes, as a package deal with Aaron Rodgers for Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
Embrace your destiny, Vikings fans.
All right.
Brett Favre 2.0 is happening. All it needs now is alleged welfare fraud,
All right.
and the
Ben?
cycle is complete.
Ben?
I don't see that happening. Because since he just literally left the Vikings, so
It would still be funny. It would still be fucking hilarious
For the
would be
memes.
hilarious.
for the memes.
It would be hilarious. I agree. I can see Dalvin Cook getting traded, but not to the Vikings. I would say the team that needs a running back the most right now are the Cowboys.
Yeah.
I also see that.
Yeah.
But but we all want the memes. But we want the memes.
What no? So, Dalvin Cook, I see them trading him, to Baltimore.
No, because Baltimore's going to go after Derrick Henry.
I mean, now I was gonna say, Baltimore's gonna.
I thought you said that Dalvin Cook was going to the Pittsburgh Steelers
Well,
because the Steelers need to go to Super Bowl. It's manifest destiny, motherfucker.
I mean, I definitely see the Steelers in play. I see the Ravens in play for a running back. And
I swear, Ginzers are like Maple Leafs fans. They think they're going to the Super Bowl they think they're... Cowboys fans
But
always
no.
go, "We did, boys. We go to Super Bowl."
But yeah, so I mean, it could also be a weird thing where the Jets trade with the Titans and trade running backs just for
Running backs, but also trade running backs and quarterbacks.
Zach Wilson's there. All right, I definitely don't see the Jets.
Who said the rights to Aaron Rodgers?
That's not going. I think really Aaron Rodgers would rather retire than get traded.
And
Honestly,
but
I mean, as Brett Favre wasn't vocal about like, hey, whatever. Aaron Rodgers is definitely more controlling than Brett Favre. So any trade that is made for Aaron Rodgers, all right, Aaron Rodgers has to approve it. All right, the Aaron Rodgers to the Jets thing, honestly, Aaron Rodgers definitely had his hands in there.
Of course,
I mean,
but you were
and
saying that Brett Favre wasn't controlling. You literally retired because they refused to trade him to the Vikings, and then he unretired and signed with the Jets. You're telling me that's not controlling?
Well, I mean,
that's
they go about different. I mean,
Aaron
Aaron Rodgers is more vocal about his. He would be the clauses and stuff like that. Brett Favre did it by retiring. He did. Did the Gronk thing because
Brett Favre pulled the typical.
Actually, hold on. I'm trying to remember. Who was the team that traded for Gronk and then he retired?
Detroit.
Okay,
It was Detroit.
And then he unretired. Basically, Gronk did the same thing.
Yes.
It is what it is. Yeah. Like the players have more control about where they want to go than anything else.
Because that was the draft that they drafted T.J. Hawkins.
Okay.
Because Gronk basically said, "Fuck you, I'll retire."
All right. I mean, that kind of worked out.
It did.
But yeah. So, with Derrick Henry, I definitely see Actually, I don't see him getting traded because Tennessee values him way too much for where he's at in his career. So they're not going to get many offers. The reports come out that they aren't
Baltimore.
getting much interest.
So
So
probably only two
that
offers.
just means price is too high.
Yeah. Well, it's the Titans.
I mean,
they overvalue their franchise anyway.
I mean, the Broncos, they're going to be talking about making a bunch of trades, but they're valuing everybody way too high as well.
Of course.
So
not just the Tigers, Patrick Surtain the second.
Yeah, but even then, like,
and I see him going to Buffalo.
You see everybody going to Buffalo. You're like every Buffalo Bills fan. You see everybody going to Buffalo lately.
I'm not saying. Here's why I'm saying that's skill position. We need help at the skill position.
Yeah, but we're not paying. We're not going to pay for that skill position. Honestly,
he was rumored to go to the Eagles.
You think we're not? We got a couple people in that secondary who's going to be gone.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, it's definitely going to be a fun time that we're going to cover in
the draft
our Tuesday episode.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, Ricky, I think we need to get some energy in us because it's time to holla at your boy, isn't it?
Yeah, but
sponsored by
W Energy. We definitely need to go ahead and talk about guys that are should be labeled our holla at your boy players of the week.
And before we get started, are we going to include the Thursday night game too? Since
no,
we're not,
because that's week 8.
Okay, true.
This is week 7. Holla at your boy.
All right. So I wanted to clarify that for our listeners that this is the week 7, not the week 8.
Yeah.
And that would include Thursday, and that would include the Thursday night game being week 8. So no Dalton Kincaid or Josh Allen.
Yep. So, Cobra, give me a holla at your boy.
My holla at your boy player of week 7, that was Jalen Hurts.
Yeah. That's a good one. Ben.
I am going to go with Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Absolutely. That was a good one as well.
Me, this is a guy that definitely filled in for an injured star and became a star on Monday night. Jordan Addison of the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
Becomes the 3rd Viking rookie receiver in a row to go for over 125 yards on a Monday Night Football. And scored 2 touchdowns as well.
Honorable mention, since we are missing extra guys. PJ Walker could be included in that as well.
Okay. So we'll put those 4 as I'll let your boys.
Honorable mention, Kirko Chains.
Who?
Kirko Chains. He showed up on primetime.
Primetime Kirk Cousins. Yep. All right.
So that's so Ricky, you got an honorable mention?
No. I'm just going with Addison. Yeah,
we're gonna stick with those 5. All right.
All right. So, basically, that has been our prediction show. We'll definitely hope to see you guys on our Tuesday night reaction show. Hopefully, we get that taken care of. But for the Social Sports Bad podcast, I've been Ricky. Flanked always by Ben and my brother the Cobra on his wonderful birthday. Thank you, and happy birthday as well to you, Cobra. All right.
Happy birthday.
Yep.
And
we don't need to sing.
All right, and for us, wishing Cobra a good birthday, good night, good week, always
a good season.
Good season.
Yep. See you.
All right.
Just recording.